In this clip, I want to show you how to calculate gradient. Gradient is used by geographers to measure how steep a slope is, and we use a formula called G equals rise over run. By that we mean gradient equals the rise, which is the difference in height between point A and point B, divided by the run, which is the distance between point A and point B. And with a little picture here, if we have a little person here who wants to get all the way to the top of a hill, they have to, understanding the gradient is important to them, because if there's a big vertical difference between point A and point B, that means that there's a chance it could be, depending on how far they are away from each other, it could be a really steep climb for them. So a steep gradient means it'll be a very steep climb. However, if this person wants to get to the top of a hill that's not as, and there's not as big a difference between point A and point B in terms of height, then it's likely that they're going to have a pretty shallow gradient. So it'll be a nicer, easier stroll. So, we're going to work through an example in this clip to show exactly how to do it. So the example question is this: calculate the gradient between point C and point B, remembering that our formula is rise over run. Okay, so we have point C here, and we have point B here. Alright, the height of point C is 20 meters. The height of point B, if we use our contour line, follow the line around till it gets to, there we go, looks like 60 meters. So, point B is 60 meters, point C is 20 meters. Now, I don't have a ruler on me, but if we have our scale here of, say, 1 centimeter equals 500 meters, then we use that to measure the distance between these 2 points. And let's just say, for argument's sake, for this example, it's 2,800 meters, so 2.8 kilometers. So the first thing we do is put those numbers into our formula. So G equals rise over run, that's our formula. Now let's lengthen that a bit. Remember that gradient equals the height of point B minus the height of point C, and it also equals the distance between, divided by the distance between point B and point C. Right, let's put in our numbers. So we know the height of point B is 60 meters, so there's 60 meters. We know the height of point C is 20 meters, so 60 meters minus 20 meters is on the top. And the distance between the points we measured, that was 2.8 kilometers. The reason why I'm showing out as 2,800 meters is because you need both the top and the bottom parts of the equation to use the same unit of measurement. In this case, it's meters. Otherwise, you won't get the correct answer. So that's why I have 6 meters on the top and meters on the bottom. Alright, so 60 minus 20 is 40. So the gradient equals 40 over 2,800. But we need the top number to equal 1, because that's the standard unit of measurement for any gradient. So we want to get that down all the way to 1. Best way to do that is this. We divide the top and the bottom by the same number. So that same number needs to be 40. That's because we know that 40 divided by 40 equals 1, and that's the number we want to get up the top. So in case you missed that, we divide the top number by itself to equal 1, and also the bottom number by that same number, which is 40, because we need to keep the equation balanced. Anything we divide by up the top, we have to divide by the same amount down the bottom. That's just a basic maths principle. Okay, so if we do that, then we've got 40 divided by 40 equals 1, and 2,800 divided by 40 equals 70. So our gradient equals 1 over 70, or as a ratio, 1 dot 70.